In our last lesson, you all learned how to make variations on a single chord. If you forgot, or you need a refresher on inversions or suspensions, click here. I'm sure you know there are more chords out there than just C. So let's create a two-chord progression using our tonic chord C and a new chord built on the fourth degree of the major scale, F. And let's use the piano keyboard to do it. I've got the Fat Dance Stabber loaded up from the Synth Keys menu in the browser. The formula used to build the tonic chord in the key of C is always the same, whether you're entering notes with the mouse, using push, or your piano keyboard. C is 1, skip the D, and play E, which is our third. Then skip the F, and play G. There's the C chord that we all know and love. And, just like with push, when we suspend the third and replace it with the 4, we create a C sus4 chord. We can just as easily create a C sus2 by replacing the E with D. It's the 1 and the 5, the notes C and G, that stay the same. Those are also our best bass notes for when we get to that step. Okay, how about switching chords? When we apply the 1-3-5 formula to other notes in the key, we build a new chord off of that starting note. Here's an example. Starting with the tonic chord in the key of C, C, E, G, the 2 chord in the key of C is D, F, and A, because the 1 counted as D, and then I skipped the 2, I added the 3, skipped the 4, and added the 5. The 3 chord would be here, E, G, and B. The 4 chord would be here, F, A, and C. Moving from 1 to 4 is a pretty common chord progression, so I'd like you to record an F chord after our C chord, but I don't want you to do it like this. I'd like you to do it like this. Switching from a root position C chord to a root position F chord involves a lot of motion, and doing it like this is considered poor voice leading. Voice leading is a music term used to describe how chords move from one to the next in a smooth manner. The C chord shares a common tone with the F chord. C is spelled C-E-G, and F is spelled F-A-C. The C is the common tone and can carry over as the bottom note of both chords, allowing the other two notes to move by step, not by leap, resulting in a second inversion F chord. You remember, when the 5 of the chord is in the bass, it's called second inversion. And here, in this case, that F chord has a C in the bass, second inversion. It's a lot like making our C sus4 chord, which you can already do. Only instead of moving one note, we're moving 2 notes to create a completely new chord. Let's try it. Turn your metronome on and record something like this. Notice that I recorded a short, punchy rhythm. I'm going to add some delay to that to create some special effect. Fortunately, Ableton comes set up to add reverb or delay to any of your sounds. Just use the send control on the channel to send the synth's signal to the delay. Dial up as much as you like. More on these effects and how to change them later. Now we need a bass part. Pick out a bass sound that you like and load it into a new MIDI track. Don't drag it to one of these audio tracks, it won't work. Also, don't double-click on the name of the preset while you have your synth track in focus, or you'll end up replacing your synth sound with your new bass sound. If you do it by mistake, just hit Ctrl-Z to undo. Now, on to writing our bass part. For our C chord project, we use scale degrees 1 and 5 to write the bass part. Those notes were C and G. For the F chord, we'll do the same thing, but the 1 of F isn't C, it's F. The 5 of F is C. So our bass line could be C to G and F to C. Or I could go down to G instead of going up to G, like this. Then I'd be really close to that F. Let's try that. Okay, here we go. Here's the complete scene with drums. Your assignment is to record a complete scene with C and F. Make sure you have bass and drums along with your chords. Extra credit if you use some delay. Good luck!